Welcome. Glad to have you with us tonight. Hope the world's treating you all right and that you feel better at the end of the show than when you showed up now. Me and my shadow, always good to see you. All right, tonight is from one of my favorite old bands called The Who. We'll be fighting in the streets with our children at our feet, and the morals that they worship will be gone. And the men who spurred us on sit in judgment of all wrong. They decide, and the shotgun sings the song. I'll tip my hat to the new Constitution, take a bow for the new revolution, smile and grin at the change all around, pick up my guitar and play just like yesterday. Then I'll get on my knees and pray we don't get fooled again. A change, it had to come. We knew it all along. We were liberated from the fold, and that's all. And the world looks just the same, and history ain't changed because the banners, they've all flown in the last war. I'll move myself and my family aside if we happen to be left half alive. I'll get all my papers and smile at the sky, for I know that the hypnotized never lie. Do you? There's nothing in the street that looks any different to me, and the slogans are effaced by the by, and the parting on the left is now the parting on the right, and the beards have all grown longer overnight. I'll tip my hat to the new Constitution, take a bow for the new revolution, smile and grin at the change all around. I'll pick up my guitar and play just like yesterday. Then I'll get on my knees and pray we don't get fooled again. Welcome to Being a Light. Oh, Jennifer McCormick, awesome to see you. Charlene, good to see you too. And there's the inimitable Arnie Layton. That didn't come out right. Presh, good to see you. Kay Wizzy, good to see you. Man, you open up with a can I have a? Okay. Yes, you can. Hi would have been nice. I hope everybody's had a really kick-ass week. Carol, what's up? I'm really going to make tonight very Sierra-san. Welcome. Hello. Before we get started, just want to thank my sponsors, Fried Okra Entertainment, my good friend Ernie Mosteller. You can check him out at Ernie Mosteller on Instagram. Amazing work and an amazing angel keeping us afloat. So thank you, Ernie. And thanks to my good friend Audrey Asciuto. She's got Audrey's Place, a wonderful bed and breakfast here on the Circle in Sebring. It's a little secret, little known place here, man. It's really great. I'm just happy that that the universe brought me here. Last place I would have expected to be. Um, Also, the Monday night lineup, Karen and Inner Realms, Outer Journeys, always a cool show. And make sure you stay tuned for the always radiant Jennifer Rose. Man, my brain is like super fried tonight. Jennifer Rose on the Love Show. It should be a really great show tonight. And I want to give some props to Kelly for her. I stopped in and watched the psychic hour last Friday, and at the beginning of her talk, she was talking about the importance of finding a good teacher, and not that that's necessary. You can hunt and peck and make mistakes along the way and learn, and that's certainly a valid way to learn. But if you're really serious about making some progress, having a super good teacher is a really you can't really overemphasize how much that helps. And if you're trying to like go, well, how the hell do I find a teacher? First thing you do is just build that desire and send that out to the universe and do some looking. The universe, especially Saturn, really rewards like putting some elbow grease in it. So, and then be patient. Like I found my teacher, like it wasn't all of that long that I discovered who he was and about him, and was a connection away from him. But it actually took me like 7 years to actually get connected and start doing some practice with him. So be patient. It was way worth it. I thank my lucky stars and feel like I won the lottery every day having connected with him and his associates. It's really awesome. So great show on Friday, Kelly, by the way. There's Karen. There's Jennifer Rose. Always good to see you, my darling. Let's see. Um, okay. So I got actually a couple of really great questions from people that were empaths and doing work from people, and they noticed that like they pick stuff up and connect to that, and they were asking about protection on how to do that, and that's a subject really near and dear to my heart right at the moment because I'm working on two physical healings that are both of those things are really intense, and there's not a single shred of me that wants to connect to any of that. So over the years, I've showed you my mala, my turquoise mala. Turquoise is really, really great for keeping stuff away. Obsidian, really, really good. Onyx works pretty good too, but between the two, I would prefer obsidian. And you need to just make sure that after your session with whoever you're working on, that you do a really massive grounding of your aura and just flush all of your energy. I dated a really busy medium a number of years ago, and she worked at a place called Miraval down in Tucson, and she was pretty popular. So 1 week a month they would book her for 5 days, and some of those days she'd do 4 or 5, sometimes 6 readings a day. I'm super charged up right now. I'm sorry, everything's glitching so much. I try to like jack down a little bit, but it's not really working too good. So please bear with me. Um, and at the end of the day, like when she would come home and we'd talk on the phone, her voice most of the time wouldn't even sound like her. And man, she was a super intense empath, and the way she got to being a medium was not like She wasn't born with that and lived with that. She was an anchor person on the news and got in a really bad car wreck. And after that car wreck, it just sort of came flooding in. And, she never really learned a practice per se as far as, energy cleansing or keeping that stuff away. And a lot of times she just wore it and really like hard on people. And it makes you reticent to want to go diving in when you're going to have to wear it yourself. So, a really great energy cleanse. Maybe we'll do a really great 4-band. We'll go through each band of the aura next week, and we'll do a really heavy cleanse, and that really will help a lot. And just making sure your intent at the beginning of that is like, I want to help, but I don't want to taste it. I don't want to get it. Yeah. So there we go. All right. So tonight I'm really going to try to focus on doing Tom, good to see you, man. I really want to focus on some readings tonight. And if you were here last week and didn't get a reading, let me know. I'll make sure that you get going up front. We're going to skip our usual meditation, but we will be creating some sacred space and do a little abbreviated breath work to kind of get us down into the connection. There's Mr. Zen. Dr. Zen, we meet again. I don't know why you always make me feel like an Austin Powers villain every time, man. Dr. Zen, we meet again. Colin Walker, good to see you, man. Thanks for showing up and sharing some space with us. And next Tuesday, I'm going to be a guest on Colin's show, The Cosmic Lounge. And I just got my taste buds wet on our last conversation. So I'm really looking forward to continuing and going into some new areas, and should be really fun. And we'll send you out a link, so make sure you catch up. Colin's amazing. I've been so lucky, and I have to say, Jennifer Rose is the kind of like the cat. She's like the collector, man. She collects the best guests. She had this guest on a couple of weeks ago named Gertrude. Really like left an impact on me. And one of the things that Jennifer always does the can you leave us with a thought thing at the end of that, which I love. Except when she does it for me, because I always can't think of the thing I really want to say until after the show's over. Anyway, Gertrude said that this was a story that she was telling, and she was getting ready to do a big public speaking thing, and like she just got moved to release and just say, how do I serve? I really want to serve. How do I serve? And I've been telling myself that again and again and again and again and again since that time. And some really interesting things showed up. I don't really advertise being, doing physical healings. Those are pretty intense for me. Hello, Lucille. Welcome. But, the spirit brings people, and when they show up, I mean, what are you going to do? Say no? So that's a really interesting dynamic. All right. Let's see here. Let's make sure. All right. So as usual, I'm going to be using my angel deck. And for those of you that are kind of new to the show, this deck was a deck of my own construction. It's built based on the Shem HaMephorash, which are the 72 angels of the names of God. So it's like each one of those angels represents a specific aspect of the source. So when we're asking the angels, we're asking the source, and I really love that a lot. Glenda, nice to see you. Um, and oh man, the making this deck was probably one of the most intense things I've ever done. Um, all of these images are shot with incense smoke, and they're pictures of the incense smoke. And most of them, like this one, I mirrored the image, but it was just the most intense time. And when I decided to actually make the deck, um, I went 72 days in a row. I did all of the, yeah, right, Jennifer. Yeah, she is. Well, Jennifer's talking about Gertrude. She's a four-time TEDx speaker, just crazy cool woman. That's a few episodes back on embracing infinity. So like, jump in and go scope that out. It'd be way worth way worth. Yeah. So during the day, I went out in the sun. I always use the sun to backlight the smoke for me, and I would channel the angel, bring the angel close, and then I used this crazy, really nice, clear copal incense resin, and it would blow. It would just produce the coolest smoke, and they formed in there like in really crazy ways. And I would shoot until like I either knew I had it, my gut went, "Oh yeah, you got it," or until I was just too tired to keep going. And then that night I would channel them, and actually I invoked them and took them inside. And I have to say, over all of the decades of my metaphysical journey, I never invoked anything. I did lots of evocation, but not very much invocation because I never wanted to. I never trusted anything to come inside me. But there's such a purity, and I had been working with the angels for 30 years at the time I started making the cards. So I knew them really intimately, and had built up such a trust with them. So I channeled, let go, and let them do automatic writing. And that's why I read those um, readings every week, because it was part of my little gig with them to like just read them as we gave them to you. So like I did that every night for 72 days in a row, and it was physically exhausting, but it also was so elevating in an energetic way, and just feeling my connection, like when they're really around, and their presence is like right here. Like I don't want to make any sound. It's like it's so pristine and pure, and like, oh, just like noise, no noise. So anyway, it's a pretty deep journey for me with these, and I think that's why they get as crazy as they are. The more specific the question is, like the very first line of the reading will answer that, And I've been working with them now for not quite 10 years, but a long time, and I was like, wow, aren't 72 like standard readings just gonna get old and not be specific anymore? But the more I use them, the more specific they are. As a matter of fact, my teacher asked me to do angel card readings for him. And yeah, so it's pretty crazy. All right. What do you say we make some sacred space, get connected up a little bit, and we'll start in on some readings. With the light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the radiant light of the source, I vanish and clean this space. I make this place pure. Fill up your space with white light. With the radiant light of the source, the true light, vanish and clean this space. We make this place pure. We joyously come together today to create our sacred space, our place of safety, sanctuary, and light. We ask that the angels, our guides and allies, be with us tonight, share their wisdom, their understanding, and their love of the source. We ask that we have eyes to see, ears to hear, and the wisdom to understand. And with absolute gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, the ugly, infinite unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source, we open our circle. Kim Princess, welcome. Really always glad to see you. Christy, welcome. Arika, thank you for joining us tonight. All right, before we start pulling some cards, let's take 3 nice, really deep breaths. Come in through your nose, use your solar plexus to draw, and draw brilliant golden light as deep as you can. And release slowly. Inhale. Really stretch it out. Make it count. Let that energy infuse your whole body. And release. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. All right, I'm going to pull a card for the group before we get into individual readings. Words of wisdom for our energetic family. Words of wisdom for our energetic family. Words of wisdom for our energetic family. Number 11, the angel of victory. You are experiencing a cycle of change that will help your bottom line, shatter the obstructions that keep you from realizing your greatest you. Shed the weight of old habits and baggage, dissolve psychological or emotional resistance, and you free your talents to blossom and reveal themselves. Move through your old fears of failure. Turn an objective eye to your efforts. Evaluate your mistakes and learn from them. Perfect your craft. Patience. Oh man, looks like we have a theme for the evening. Patience. This cycle is shaking up and rebuilding your life. Growth comes through earnest effort and hard work. Plan your strategy during this pause. A major decision is here, one that will represent a big improvement in your finances, one you'll welcome joyously. So stop worrying. You experience a nostalgic moment, looking back with satisfaction on something you have achieved. What you have built can grow by itself now, and you can step back and let it thrive. Wow, that's a good way to start the evening. Yeah. All right, Kay Weezy, dude, you can be so intense sometimes, man. All right, take a really deep breath and get focused. Yes, I know. Words of wisdom for my friend Kay Weezy. Words of wisdom for my friend Kay Weezy. Words of wisdom for my friend Kay Weezy. All right, number 29, the Angel of Liberation. Awesome card. Bear with me. Here we go. Stand your ground and face the music. Express your point of view, stand by your standards, and never compromise or settle for less. Rest. You're really feeling the pressure. You will see things more clearly after a really good night's sleep. You are gifted with deep inner strength and can hold on in any adversity. You haven't realized your own strength yet. There's a lot of us that are like that. Like there's so many things available to you that you haven't cracked open yet. There will be a challenge to the very basics of your life. Courage and responsibility will be required. Stick to your guns and watch everything unfold, regenerate and renew. You move in directions that you have passion for. You will require the assistance of others now. Strength and much energy will be needed. You're facing a trial to test your mettle to prove yourself against the competition. Then you know whether you have mastered your lessons, have the guts, tenacity, and focus to meet the challenges that will be presented now. You've got everything you need to like kick it. Kick it. Don't doubt yourself. Put the fear thing over there, like, does not serve you. Um, Stand up to opposition without backing down. You have the courage to, yeah, but don't be like confrontational. Just be solid, right? Stand up to opposition without backing down. You have the courage to face the odds and overcome the challenges. Your leadership abilities shine as your opponents test your limitations. Continue to build your mastery. The tarot card that goes with this is the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is about success. So, man, have faith in yourself, in that light that is part of the source, and you will come out on top in really big ways. And don't shy away from tests and challenges, man. Those are the things that really let you know where you are and also give you the opportunity to let yourself shine and really surprise yourself. Yeah. Vivian, Vivian, can you tell me something other than patience? I'm exhausted. You and me both, girl. Oh, yeah, the patience thing, man. It just like I used to pray, like, oh yeah, let me find patience, and it just seemed like the more I prayed for patience, like the more opportunities that required me to be patient showed up. Anyway, pretty funny. All right, let's see. Well, I'm glad you related to that, resonated with that, Kate Weezy. You're very talented, man, but you doubt yourself too much. All right, let's see. Anyone else up here? All right, Lucille. I don't think I've read for you before, Lucille. So here's the drill, as we call it. I want you to just take close your eyes, take three really nice deep breaths, and just imagine in your mind's eye us standing face to face and looking each other in the eye. If you have a really specific question, just get really focused on that and beam that to me. Okay. Nice deep breaths, get nice and focused. There we go. Words of wisdom from my new friend, Lucille. Words of wisdom from my new friend, Lucille. Words of wisdom from my new friend, Lucille. Number 9, the angel of divine mercy and forgiveness. Boy. Success through skill and material accomplishment. A joyous air surrounds you. Wonderful events are beginning to unfold. You are about to savor the sweet fruit of very lengthy, hard labor. Stop worrying. That's 2 in a row. Stop worrying. Be patient. Stop worrying. We're building on the theme this evening. You will receive what is rightfully yours. The bread thrown on the water of life will come back threefold. You are gifted with success in relationships, achieved with a generous soul, and the sharing of your unconditional love and resources. Love is the cup that never ever runs dry. Know that it is the infinite fountain. Immerse yourself in the success of creating those things which have deep passion and inspiration for you. Build a team of quality people and combine your resources together. Create an allegiance of power and success. Organize, co create, make things happen by using all available means. The sum of the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. This is the tarot card that goes with this angel card is the Six of Pentacles, and it's where a lot of times somebody, a patron, shows up to like invest in something you really believe in or yourself. So keep your eyes out for any opportunities like that. You know, I'm seeing a lot of people over here. Let's see, I can't really. Yeah, all right. Oh, okay. All right. This one is for my friend Carol. Yes. Monday, you're very welcome. All right, Carol. You know the drill, girlfriend. Three really nice deep breaths. Just bring it down. We didn't go to blank space today, so put a little more energy. Bring it down. Words of wisdom from my good friend Carol. Words of wisdom from my good friend Carol. Words of wisdom from my good friend Carol. Ha! By the way, thanks for the question earlier this week, Carol. That was good. All right. This is number 23, the angel of healing capacity. Yeah, this one's definitely. You are unhappy with your accomplishments and the world in general at this moment. So you might not make any effort, believing it to be pointless, but it isn't. Allow things to flow. Have faith in the source to create the necessary changes to regenerate these circumstances. You are spiritually dissatisfied, exhausted, and disgusted with the current situation. Your intuition has been halted by your lack of focus or sense of purpose. Man, that's a tough space to be in. Kind of the energies of the world right now are kind of helping that move along. Anger is a great energy. Use it productively. Use your frustration to fuel your forward movement. Your fear can become the target of your anger and thus loses its iron grip. Remain open to the many new opportunities that life is offering you now. They bring contentment, peace, and a deep, deep sense of satisfaction. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I'm in pretty good shape actually. I just got back from the doctor. Yes, Jennifer McCormick, absolutely. Always like connecting with your energy, Jennifer. Bring it down, get focused. A lot of stuff going on with you. Words of wisdom from my friend Jennifer. Words of wisdom from my friend Jennifer. Words of wisdom from my friend Jennifer. Number 16, the angel of loyalty. Favorite image of mine, actually. I love that image. Your problems are real, and because you cannot directly attack them, you have chosen to internalize the anger and resentment hidden within yourself. You are becoming rigid. Narrow mindedness is a self defense against a response to the fears and insecurities you have experienced. Anger turned in on itself soon becomes depression, which leads to self doubt and shame. Until the anger is released and true changes are made, your feelings remain buried. Choose to believe that tomorrow holds new promise and hope. Be ready, be patient, and believe that you have won. Trust that good news is there, it's on the way. Be patient. Oh, God, it's patient theme tonight. Be patient and believe in the blessings that are already on the way. Do not rush anything now. Allow your tool to be your faith and trust in God's power to turn your situation around. Draw from His energy for guidance and support as you work through any self doubts and wait on the light to shine. Sometimes, yeah, you do the circle thinking thing a lot, man. You get in your head, this is mirror, this is like mirror, mirror on the wall, like getting in your brain and getting in that circle of thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, man, you wind up creating scenarios that are either not nearly as bad as you think they are, or I am the master. There's a there's a card in the tarot deck, the Nine of Swords, and it's this guy laying back on a dais with nine swords hanging like all the way down his body, and they're just hanging by frayed threads. So you're waiting for them to break and happen any second. And what that card really represents is like, man, there's something coming up you don't want to face. And like, I am the master then of creating in my mind all the ways it's really going to suck, and the ways it's really going to hurt, and the ways it's really going to be like awful. And then, some people hate the Ten of Swords because those swords have fallen, and and the person's like already stabbed and it's over. But the thing about that is, like, it's already done, man. The pain, whatever, like, thing that was going to happen already took place, and it's never as bad. And it's like, wow, I've like spent all of that energy on that. I think you have a little bit of the same tendency, and just watch yourself catch yourself. Are you an air sign by any chance? All right. I hope that was informative. So it sounds like Jennifer said, I have a lot of anger. Yes, angry that my partner passed and we never done all the things we were going to do. Um, I'm glad it resonates with you. I'm heartfelt love to you on the pain of your partner. So, Mish, good to see you. Looks like Bernadette's here tonight. Bernadette, a couple weeks ago, you made a suggestion about doing some live art on the show. Like, show up next week. I got a cool little project for us. I think would be really fun for us all to do. So, thanks for that suggestion. That was really awesome. I'm thinking about it ever since. All right. I think Wendy. Yes. All right, Wendy, this one's for you. Hello, Christy. Good to see you. Let's see, we got Wendy. All right, Wendy, this one's for you. Get nice and focused. Bring it down to stillness. If you have something really specific, beam that to me really hard. If not, we'll just let them tell us what we need to know. Hello, Heidi. All right. I gotcha. Words of wisdom from my friend Wendy. Words of wisdom from my friend Wendy. Words of wisdom from my friend Wendy. Number 43, the angel of prosperity. You know, they can be so serious sometimes, but they have like a real sense of humor. Your emotional attachment to an outcome has resulted in deep disappointment. When you choose to view this as a loss, grief, pain, and heartache fill you to the brim. This takes a while to heal. You can feel turmoil inside like the surface of a violent sea. You never sufficiently appreciate something until you've lost it. Releasing someone or something you love or letting go of a habitual behavior is never easy. Experience your grief and learn to move through a crushing loss. When something you have put your heart and soul into it has not worked out the way you wanted, you can doubt the very beliefs that have sustained you. Don't. Turning your grief inward is appropriate for a short time, but when you finally shed the sorrow, pick up the pieces and press on. The real healing begins. Yeah. Other stuff is just like a coating. Find a new passion. Set your sights on a brand new goal and do the things in the moment that will make it happen. Yeah. Release your attachment to expected outcomes and cross the bridges as you come to them. Release yourself from heartache, release it to the source. Check to seek a new, choose to see a new beginning. All right, Arnie, this one's for you. Heidi, welcome. Let's see here. All right, Arnie, you know the drill. Get really nice and focused, okay? Bring it down, my brother. Words of wisdom from my good friend Arnie. Words of wisdom from my good friend Arnie. Words of wisdom from my good friend Arnie. Yeah, this one jumped out. Number 13, the angel of fidelity, loyalty, and allegiance. Almost there, bear with me. There we go. Ego represents the non trusting, cynical, over analytical part of your brain that hates to make decisions. It is always feeling held back, experiencing hurt or anxiety. Your fear can blind you, it can create confusion. You're fighting too many battles at once, which keeps your vision on minutia and creates indecision, wasting precious energy. It's making it difficult for you to think clearly now. You need help and good advice. Go deep inside yourself. Allow your inner voice to direct you. You're not being held back by external force. It is your own training and your belief in your own helplessness. You blindly accept what you have been taught, realizing how much you don't know is the first step to the truth. Without enlightenment, you will never be able to say, this is the truth. This is the way things really are. Nothing prevents you from leaving. You are only held by your own illusions. Let the light of the source radiate in your light. A lot going on with you, man. The tarot card that goes with this is the Eight of Swords, um, and that card always it seems like you're stuck, right? That card in the Rider Waite deck is like a king looking out over his kingdom from a balcony up in his castle, and in the rail are eight swords stuck in there vertically like a jail cell. And it looks like he's trapped, like he can't get out. But the truth of the matter is, you look behind him, the whole castle's open. All you have to do is walk off the balcony and go back into the castle. So, your perspective and where you're putting your energy about a particular issue or issues, if there are many of those, like narrow it down to the one you can work on first, and then get the machete out and go, from easiest to hardest, and take them one at a time. Sometimes, man, stuff's going so fast these days, it's really hard to like get a grip on what to get a hold of. So anyway, just change your perspective, you change your world. All right, Allison Stone. This is first time. All right. Yep, Vivian, I will definitely hook you up. All right, Allison, take 3 nice, really deep breaths. Get yourself focused. Quiet your other thoughts. Just focus on what you want to know. Words of wisdom for my new friend Allison. Words of wisdom for my friend Allison. Words of wisdom for my friend Allison. Huh. Theme for the evening. Second time this evening. Number 9. The angel of divine mercy and forgiveness. It's one way worth reading again. Success. Through skill and material accomplishment, a joyous air surrounds you. Wonderful events are beginning to unfold. You are about to savor the sweet fruit of your lengthy, hard labor. Stop worrying. You will receive what is rightfully yours. The bread thrown on the water of life will come back threefold. You are gifted with success in relationships achieved with a generous soul and the sharing of your unconditional love and resources. Love is the cup that never runs dry. Know that it is the infinite fountain. Immerse yourself in the success of creating those things which have deep passion and inspiration for you. Build a team of quality people and combine your resources together. Create an alliance of power and success. Organize, co-create, make things happen by using all available needs. You have a really deep toolbox at your disposal. I hope you're putting all of those to use. The sum of the whole is always greater than the parts. All right, Vivian. This one's for you. Always enjoy your energy too. Words of wisdom for my friend Vivian. Words of wisdom for my friend Vivian. Words of wisdom for my friend Vivian. Number 46 or 45, the angel of motivation and willfulness. It's a happy time. You're experiencing the presence of healing, revitalizing, renewing, regenerating emotional pleasure. Memories of the past fill you with a warm, beautiful joy. A new relationship and a new place are possibility. You will experiencing, well, I know what that relationship is too. Yeah. You will experience the harmony of natural forces without effort or strain. You will have a chance to relocate if you want. A new job offer is possible, and new friends could be drawn to you. You will have much in common. There will be a surprising inheritance on the way. Take advantage of your opportunities to let the people you love know how much you love them. You do a really good job of that, actually. Do not hold back, and you don't. You are a romantic who will always fall for the hearts and flowers routine. You enjoyed being showered with love, and you are hungry for tender words and a caring touch. The tarot card that goes with this is the Six of Cups, and it's a place of where you look back with nostalgia over the course of your life and just enjoy and savor every happy thing that's ever happened to you. Yeah, and have patience. All right. See if we have anybody else. Yes, Carol. Carol says the angels have spoken. They're like that, man. You know, I always warn people before I do readings with these. Like, usually, a lot of the angel decks are kind of warm and fuzzy and have affirmations and stuff, and um, that's all cool. But sometimes I need my butt kicked, and they're not afraid to tell you that. It's kind of like the first half of the reading is about like where your emotional state is right now, and then the last half of the reading is like tangible. Here's what you need to do, which I always appreciate, and I I would infinitely prefer a hard truth to comfortable bullshit. Let's see. Um, you, uh, you might, but it's not for sure. And if you do, it won't be as bad as you think it is. That's so funny. Arnie says, was thinking of someone that did me wrong. Pull fits. I never question them. I sometimes like when I was first reading and you would pull a card and somebody'd go, oh, and you can see they weren't connected at all. I can't tell you how many times like the next day or the day after that. Oh my God. So yeah. You're welcome, Allison. My pleasure. Okay, let's see. We got Charlene. All right, Charlene, this one's for you, girlfriend. I just so trust these guys, man. I can't say that about like, wow, hardly anything. It's like, all right, Charlene, call in that explosive energy, focus down. Words of wisdom for my friend Charlene. Words of wisdom for my friend Charlene. Words of wisdom for my friend Charlene. Ooh, Interesting card. Number 66, the angel of the knowledge of good and evil. The advice and help you need is being offered right now. Listen carefully now. It can come from the most unexpected places. Your situation isn't half as bad as you think it is. Pay attention to good advice and act on it. Stop sabotaging yourself. No more of this yes, but attitude. You know exactly what you want. Why are you trying to convince yourself that you cannot have it? Stop. Stop. Move through the negative thinking. Seek good advice, expert advice on what to do about your problems. As valuable as specific instruction is, just as important is your readiness to listen and seek help. Through the act of finding help, a reader, a therapist, or even a friend, you open yourself to possibilities that you haven't considered. Then you can decide which course, independence or seeking advice, will produce the best results. Set your imagination free and tease your curiosity. All right. You're very welcome, Vivian. It's always a pleasure. It's my honor, actually. I'm very grateful for all of you guys, like sharing your energy and your light, and for the connection and the little family we're building here. It's really, I count on it every Monday. I really look forward to coming. All right. Yeah, looks like about that time. Um, if I missed anybody, slam it down at the very bottom of the comment. Let me know. If not, we're gonna start kind of wrapping it up. As always, I hate to be the like hit the like and subscribe thing. Leave a hashtag live if you would, and a comment down below would be really awesome and great. And I'm trying really really hard to like get the word out and yeah, increase our scope. um, Jennifer Rose, the lovely and always radiant Jennifer Rose, is coming up in just a few minutes with the Love Show. Make sure you stick around and play. Um, yeah, everybody's saying good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. All right, next week we're going to do sound healing. So everybody show up. I'm going to have the bowls and the tuning forks, and we'll see what we can do. And Bernadette, show up and hang with us next week, man. We'll do a little live art thing, okay? All right. So without further ado, we joyously close our circle and send everyone on their happy way. We thank our angels, guides, and allies for their knowledge, their wisdom, and their love of the source. And with absolute gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And deep, infinite, unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source. Until next week, we close our circle. Be in the light.